Hi, welcome back to Psychic Grandma. In this video today, I would like to talk about grieving. Uh, First of all, grieving different things, not just loved ones that pass to the other side, but grieving a relationship. Um, that can be very painful for people. And so I wanted to do a video on grieving um, a relationship. I want you to try to understand that all our grieving, there's a bigger picture, so our souls can grow out of that experience of grieving. If it's a loved one or if it's a relationship that we're grieving, it can be very painful. Um, and it takes time. So don't beat yourself up if you're not snapping out of it as quick as maybe some people are putting pressure on you to snap out of it. Everybody moves through grieving in a different speed. So don't beat yourself up over it. But make sure you don't get stuck in your grieving um, because you're here on the physical planet to learn. And if you're stuck, how can you learn? How can you move on? How can you love again? Even, I'm sure, if you're grieving at this time and you're not even thinking about loving somebody again because you still feel so much love for the person that you're grieving in the relationship. But trust me, in time, your heart will heal and then it'll be ready to open to somebody new. And I want you to try to understand that there's more to it than like ending a relationship. Why? Like, let's say you just really didn't see the signs, or maybe you did, but you were just really happy in your relationship. It was good enough for you. Maybe not for your partner, but it was good enough for you. It wasn't perfect, but you probably ask yourself, why would God or your higher power have me meet this person, fall in love, and we have a good relationship just to have it end? Well, there's a bigger picture that I want you to remember why we meet people in the first place. It's to have all of our souls to grow, to learn different experiences. So people who come into our lives, if it's a short relationship, if it's a one night stand, or if it's a long term relationship, everybody comes into our lives for a reason. And that reason is to help our souls grow. So even if you're married and you get a divorce, it wasn't all for nothing. Even if you have kids involved, at least, like you feel probably, well, at least I got my kids out of the deal because I love my kids. But let's say you didn't have kids together. Well, like I said, there's a bigger picture. It's not always about having kids. It's about the experiences that we have. So I tell people, and I've been divorced before, so I know how that feels. I wish I understood this back in them days when I got my divorce, because I was pretty hard on myself. I felt like I failed. But it's not about that. It's not that you fail. So don't beat yourself up over it. If your relationship ends, if you're married, you get a divorce, or you just have a relationship and it ends, don't beat yourself up to it like you feel like you failed, because nobody failed. Because what you have to do is ask yourself, what did I learn out of that relationship? Because that's what the universe or your higher power, whatever, um, is trying to teach you out of that experience. What did I learn? Because believe me, let's talk about a man and a woman, okay? There's all different types of partners. But let's just talk about man and woman. Let's say the man leaves the woman, and then you feel like you failed. You must have did something wrong, right? Um, Maybe it was just time for that man's soul to move on, and he knew inside, like something shift. It's not to do with you personally. It's just something shifts. You know how you feel like, God, I wish I could love that person because that person's so nice and treats me so good, but I'm just not in love with the person. Or or you are deeply in love at first and then you fall out of love and you can't control it. Well, that's your soul is like shifting and it needs to grow more. And it's saying to you, like, say, if the man left the woman, the soul is saying to the man, it's time to move on. It needs to learn another experience. I'm done here. I learned something through this experience. Let's hope so. Some people don't learn and they repeat the same cycle, like they keep doing the same thing over and over. But the purpose is to learn, okay? So don't beat yourself up over it. You did not fail. The thing that you should do is ask yourself, what did I learn from this experience? Because you both, actually, no matter who left who, you both helped each other's souls through that experience of being together. Okay, and I want you to hang on to that. And I know it's really difficult while your heart is broken and you're hurting so badly, but that will pass. Like they say, growing pains. But it will pass in time. Any grieving will pass. You have to be open to it and you have to move on. So I just wanted to throw that out to everybody today. Don't beat yourself up over it. It's not that you failed. And I know it's painful, but in time, actually time heals everything, as they say, to a point. But just remember, there's always a bigger picture spiritually, okay? You helped your partner and your partner helped you for that experience. And you will be happy again and you will fall in love again. It's just when something ends, it's always a beginning. Okay? God bless you all. And please pass that white light forward and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.